Hey guys, Coolbrick here, and right now what you are looking at is the view from one of the cars on my mayor's train. My camera is on the train right now because I'm going to be showing you uh, how my 9-volt motor is now running on a nice long stretch of 9-volt track. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna drive the train and hopefully the camera just doesn't like fall off. I secured it relatively well, so I can actually show you what's holding you guys on. Just some random pieces and it's a phone and it just fits in between this brick and the fence pieces over there and this brick and those fences over there. So I'll just put this back in here. And yeah, I'm gonna drive the train. So I hope you guys enjoy. Um, so yeah. What did you think of that? Nice and fast, huh? Um, the reason I stopped a little bit at the end was because there's actually a wire on the track, which is which is why we have good light in this room right now. Um, so it's not that much bit of track right there. It's just a large S turn. So not that interesting. If you recall, either from my city update video or my latest Bricklink haul, you'll remember that I said that there's a section of track that's just very squiggly, and that's this section. So uh, I've just got a whole bunch of turns right here, and try and get this. There we go, nice and steady. So yeah, I've just got a whole bunch of turns here, and that's why the train is just going berserk right here, and the camera. Um, so it goes through there, and and then back behind those buildings, and back there is the S turn I was telling you about, and this light has a wire that goes over the track over there. Unfortunately, so um, I can't go any farther than that, but that's basically the entire track. The problem with the section right here is that I've got the track right here, but once the train passes the switch, it doesn't like conduct electricity because like it's not a full loop, and since the when you have switch tracks, it's a weak connection between the tracks. If you don't have electricity coming from this direction as well, like if it was in a full loop of 9-volt track, then the train stops. Like I can show you if I back this up, and then it'll just stutter out once it gets to this part right here. Oh, that time it made it. But if I try and start it on here, see it's making that weird sound. And I'm trying to drive it, but it's stuck now. And see if I just tug at it a little bit, it goes, but then it gets stuck. So you can see this isn't totally working right now, but eventually I'll have enough track and it will work. So that's basically it for this video. I'll just show you guys what the motor looks like. It's really old and it's actually unfortunately broken. I may get a new one, may or may not. So I'll remove this. The reason I say it's broken is because there's supposed to be a peg and half of it's broken off. So thankfully it still works. This is a super old motor. And when I say old and super old, I mean super old. This is from it's not the oldest, but I think it's many years old. At least 8 years old, something like that. And if you want to get a new one of these now, like on Bricklink, the average price of a new one is like $65, and a used one, like a good condition used one, is like $35. So it's insane. So that's why I'm reluctant to get another one, even though the stud is broken, just because it works. So I honestly don't care. I'm not going to spend all that money just to get one that doesn't have a broken stud. So yeah, this is the little doohickey that's driving the train. And if I actually move the train out of the way, I can show you just how fast the motor can go by itself. It goes like ludicrous speeds. Whoops, I actually want this to go forwards. So it's kind of weird for this train to not have any front wheels. So yeah, I'll just place this right here. So, whoops. So this is like super slow actually, the speed that it's going right now. And it makes a nice sound. It sounds like a train too. Sort of. If you don't really listen to like the hum of the motor. Okay, now I'll show like a medium speed. Whoops. So this is like a medium speed. And now I'll do, whoopsie. Now I'll do top speed. So before I do top speed, I'm just gonna go ahead and state I will and always will think that this is just infinitely better than any of the battery operated motors that LEGO has ever come out with. Because one, you don't run out of battery with this. That's probably the best part. You never have to change a battery because there's no battery. And the other thing is, it's just so much more powerful. And it looks a lot cooler, and like, I don't know, it's just functionability and like playability and like amount that you have to take care of it's all a lot better than the battery powered stuff. Like some of my battery boxes, they've had leaked battery acid and horrible things like that, and it's a pain in the butt to try and clean that and everything. So really, as long as these tracks and stuff don't get wet, you know, obviously you don't want it to rust or anything because these aren't stainless steel. These will rust if you get water on them, and you can see if I try and get this without the light shining on it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're like really tiny, like tiny specks of rust. But other than that, these are just in great shape, and it's just so much better than the battery stuff. So on that note, I will show you guys full speed, which is, whoops, I made the mistake of sending it the wrong way, and I just smashed it into this. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to stop it, and we've just smashed my train down there at the other end. So now the other way. So you can just see, this thing just goes insanely fast when it's by itself. I mean, like, look at this. So anyway, that'll take care of this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and as always, comment, like, and subscribe.